Welcome to Super Besse for the final round of the first ever Andros Trophy. There's great weather and plenty of snow on the ski pistes of this resort in France's Massif Central, close to the former home of the French Grand Prix at Clermont-Ferrand. But the Andros Trophy race track itself is almost totally devoid of ice. It'll be more like rallycross for the final event. There are a lot of fans turned out. As ever, it's always hugely popular, but it will be wet. Among the title contenders this season is the Rookie of the Year, Jan Erlechet, the nephew of Ivan Muller. He sits third in the points. Just ahead of him, Baptiste Duborg, the four-time champion, with team manager Marcel Tarres checking the tyres. They will be crucial as ever. But the points leader and title favourite is Aurelian Panis, son of former F1 driver Olivier. And it's Jan Erlechet who is our chauffeur around the Super Besse track. Hard braking here into the first corner and trying to avoid hitting the ice bank so you get good traction out of the first corner. Long, fast right-hander next up, and then keeping up your speed, trying to stay close to the apex so you don't lose too much time. Corner tightens at the end of this long right-hander, and then sweeping into this left, picking up the speed again. And then double apex here as well. Important to get the traction here. And then you're looking for the apex in this right-hander that opens up the final corner, fires you out towards the line. We'll start our action for the day with the super final for the elite drivers. Sylvain Poussier on pole position in his Peugeot ahead of Louis Rousset. The new champion who claimed the title in Lens-en-Vercors last time out is Jérémy Sahi. He starts on row 2 in the red and white machine with Nathan Biel alongside him. And on row 3 of our grid is Emmanuel Moinel, a regular visitor to the Super Finals, and Clémentine Lost, who makes it back into the top 6 in her Peugeot. So stinking rain and wet conditions for the elite final, for the final race of the year for them. And this will be almost as slippery and treacherous as ice, but a little less rutted. Away we go then. Great start from the outside, the front row from Louis Rousset. Jérémy Sahi, the red and white car, also following around. Emmanuel Moinel in the Renault Zoe leaps up the inside, and Nathan Biel, number 11 car, squeezes back in front for 4th. But our poleman is down to 3rd position, Sylvain Poussier. Louis Rousset, the leader then from the red and white car of Jérémy Sahi. Sylvain Poussier giving chase just ahead of number 11, Nathan Biel. Not much grip on this streaming wet tarmac, the car's sliding around everywhere, but at least the visibility is a little better. It's not blinded by clouds of ice crystals. Louis Rousset, the leader. And right behind him, as they cross the line, Jérémy Sahi in 2nd. Sylvain Poussier trying to flick the car sideways. It wasn't really helping him there. Nathan Biel in 4th position, the blue car. And it's now down to a 2-horse race. Louis Rousset and Jérémy Sahi. Sahi losing a bit of bodywork. I think he clipped a snowbank. Not much snow left. Something flew off the back of the car. Yes, left rear corner has gone. Or the rear bumper at any rate. And the battle for 3rd, Nathan Biel, the blue car, chasing Sylvain Poussier. Poussier struggling here to find the fluency that he normally has. Leaders starting lap 3, midway through. There's Sylvain Poussier, but trouble for Nathan Biel. Drifted out wide. Through goes Emmanuel Moinel. What's wrong with Biel's car? Won't stop, won't steer. Puncture, left front puncture. No longer on rubber, just on the rim. Clémentine Lost jumps the corner and goes through. So Jérémy Sahi chasing this man, the leader Louis Rousset. Rousset using all the roads. Sahi with a tighter line. Trying to keep up the pressure. Needs to be pushing all the way here. Midway through the race, 3 laps down. And now, starting to close, Sylvain Poussier. The Peugeot just gaining a fraction, or is it? Looks like it is. Louis Rousset just ahead of Jeremy Sahi. Sylvain Poussier 2 seconds behind Sahi. And then Manuel Moinel and Clementine Lost 4th and 5th. Jeremy Sahi pushing Louis Rousset all the way. Closer and closer he comes as he worked out where he is going to get by. All over the back of the race leader, making sure that there is no respite, and there's a mistake for Emmanuel Moinel, giving away 4th place, recovering from the wet snowbanks. Lap 5, Jeremy Sahi still giving chase. Sylvain Poussier is closer. Sahi, though, is closer to Louis Rousset as well. 1 lap in the race, 1 lap in the season remaining. Jeremy Sahi already crowned champion. And Louis Rousset does not want to give away the win if he can help it. Jeremy Sahi right with him. Louis Rousset drifting out the tail, keeping the momentum up. Jeremy Sahi so close now, he's almost got an undercut. Last lap of the season of the Andros Trophy. And Jeremy Sahi desperately trying to win this elite super final. But so too is Louis Rousset. Sylvain Poussier closer again, 2.5 seconds behind the leader. Louis Rousset is going to hang on, isn't he? Unless Jeremy Sahi finds something or initiates contact. And that's not been the way he's raced this season. You can see the sparks coming off the studs. Almost redundant, the studs here. And the checkered flag is out. It is victory for Louis Rousset. Jeremy Sahi in 2nd, Sylvain Poussier in 3rd position. And there, right at the tail, is Emmanuel Moinel. Clementine Lost taking 4th. And she's chased across the line by Moinel. You can see the weather is anything but clement. Hardy fans enjoying their racing nonetheless. So the day's winner, Sylvain Poussier, from Louis Rousset and Jeremy Sahi. Nathan Biel tying with Emmanuel Moinel and Clementine Lost. Well, Poussier, the day's winner, he was fastest in the qualifying heats. They carry most points and most weight. And Louis Rousset, the winner with fastest lap in the super final. So the overall standings for the season, Jeremy Sahi the champion last week. Sylvain Poussier and Emmanuel Moinel complete the championship podium. Top lady driver Clementine Lost is in 7th place. So here is our championship podium. Emmanuel Moinel 3rd, Sylvain Poussier in 2nd place, but the champion already crowned a week earlier is Jeremy Sahi. And Clementine Lost, the top female driver. She joins them on the podium. So congratulations to all our championship top 3. Our top lady driver as well. Jeremy Sahi, a remarkable season. The teenager champion in his very first year. Next up, the Elite Pro final. These are the drivers who didn't make it through into the top 6 in Elite Pro. Nico Prost on pole position in the Renault Zoe, ahead of Jan Erlechet. Row 2, Franck Lagorce, having a difficult season by his own high standards, ahead of multiple electric champion Christophe Ferrier. And the final row of the grid, Olivier Panis, and alongside him, the Audi of Olivier Pernot. One of the key battles here will be between Olivier Panis and poleman Nico Prost. They're battling for 4th in the championship. There's just a couple of points in it, so whoever comes out on top should take that spot. 6 laps as ever, and away we go. Good start from poleman Prost. Dark blue car, number 11. That's Yann Erlaché slotting into second. Franck Lagorce, Christophe Ferrier in the turquoise car, and around past Olivier Panis goes the Audi of Olivier Pernot. So he's up to 5th place with the yellow tail just ahead of the green and white car of Panis. But leader Nico Prost taking off like a scalded cat in these very wet conditions ahead of Yann Erlaché. And Franck Lagorce in 3rd place, little gap back to him and Christophe Ferrier, and then the 2 Oliviers, with Pernod ahead of Panis. So right now, the battle for 4th position, the balance has definitely swung in favour of Nico Prost. Yann Erlaché looking to tie up 3rd place in the championship here as well. That's pretty much cast in these dreadful conditions. Still lots to race for. Well worth the big crowd staying on hand. They are pretty dedicated fans. Nico Prost setting the fastest race lap, as you might expect, being on pole and having the lead of the race. Lots of seasons when you come here to Super Besse, it's very cold and icy. Today it's icy on the ground and raining. It's just above snowfall point, and that means there is at least pretty decent visibility. End of lap 2, and Nico Prost still comfortable just in front of Yann Erlaché. Oh, both of them swinging through the chicane. Lagorce and Ferrier battling for 3rd. Olivier Panis still in 6th behind Olivier Pernod's Audi. So he is making no progress right now. Things looking good for Nico Prost, apart from the attentions of Yann Erlaché, obviously. So Nico Prost leading here. Oh, and there's trouble. Spins it away. Erlaché goes through. So does Franck Lagorce. He's up into 2nd. Christophe Ferrier in 3rd. And Nico Prost rejoining dead last. So halfway through, on to lap 4 we go. It's Erlaché who leads from Lagorce, Ferrier. Still the Audi of Olivier Pernod ahead of Olivier Panis, although that's not showing. And Nico Prost, broken left front suspension. Didn't look like a puncture. Looked like the wheel was just jammed up in the arch, and Lagorce had better stay off the snowbanks if he wants to finish 2nd. And so had Ferrier. They're not soft and fluffy, they're hard, icy and wet. And Prost, that's it. His hopes are dashed. Erlaché leads then from Lagorce, and Christophe Ferrier in 3rd, hanging on from Olivier Pernod. Olivier Panis has made contact with something as well. Looks like he's clipped an ice bank, losing his bonnet. Lap 5, Yann Erlaché looking for 3rd in the overall championships. Another fastest lap. He's had 3 super final wins as well. Uncle Ivan, who went on to be a 10-time champion in his first season, finished 4th in the points with only 1 overall win. Coming towards the end of lap 5, Yann Erlaché extending his advantage still over Lagorce, Ferrier, and then Pernod and Panis. Lagorce can do nothing to catch the young touring car and sports car race. Last lap of the season for Yann Erlaché. It's not the super final he might have liked, but 3rd in the championship in his first full year. That's very good going indeed. And he is going to claim the win here, unless he somehow ditches it on this final lap. Fast flowing style, leaving veteran Franck Lagorce behind him. Christophe Ferrier in 3rd. That looks like it's going to be the podium. Nobody's going to catch Erlaché, that is for sure. Checkered flag awaits. Yann Erlaché is going to take 3rd in the overall championship standings, and victory here in the Elite Pro final ahead of Franck Lagorce, Christophe Ferrier and Olivier Pernod, with Olivier Panis bringing his damaged car to the line in 5th and taking 4th place in the championship standings. Yes, wouldn't be the first race that his car has finished with bits missing. Well, there is Yann Erlaché, and lots of show from the arch showman Franck Lagorce. Runs a stunt team during the summer, so he's not averse to the odd bit of showmanship, and the crowd will have appreciated that as well. Well appreciated by the crowd and the marshals. Frogler signing off for the end of another Andros Trophy season. Man who's done so much to bring all electric racing to the ice. Bringing a bit of all electric ice there. Poor Marshall. Still gets the thumbs up. Final race of the season then, the Elite Pro Super Final, and this is just a race. The championship now in the hands of Aurelian Panis, who starts on the outside of the front row of the grid. Sébastien Loeb, the man on pole position after a great run through qualifying. Benjamin Rivière lining up in third ahead of Nat Berton on row 2, and JB Duborg, the final 5 points he lost in Super Pole and qualifying, costing him a 5th title. He lines up alongside Mathieu Vazivière. Right then, here we go. The final 6 laps of the season. The first ever Andros E-Trophy is about to come to its conclusion. We have a champion. We just need a final day winner. Sébastien Loeb on pole position from Aurelian Panis. Benjamin Rivière and Nat Berton on row 2. JB Duborg and Mathieu Vazivière on the final row. Away we go. Great start from Aurelian Panis. Drags his way into the lead. Does he pass Sébastien Loeb? Yes. Gets his nose across the rally champion. And through he goes. And JB Duborg has barely left the line. Mathieu Vazivière got by Nat Berton for 4th place. And it is Aurelian Panis, car number 3, the Audi, leading from Sébastien Loeb in the number 9. So it's Panis and Loeb. And then Benjamin Rivière in the Peugeot in 3rd. Mathieu Vazivière's Audi up to 4th ahead of Nat Berton. And some way back is JB Duborg. He is going. So Panis and Loeb just ahead of number 10, Benjamin Rivière, the red and black car. Nat Berton all over the slushy snowbanks, bouncing around through the chicane. And Panis under real pressure from Sébastien Loeb. Loeb raced in World Touring cars, he's raced in sports cars, he's even raced prototypes of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. He knows what he's doing in a rally car and in rally cross. This should be purpose-made for him. There's JB Duborg flying across half a lap back. He is absolutely on a tear, looking for the point for fastest lap maybe, but that's not going to gain him the championship. On to lap 3, Panis and Loeb, Rivière, Vazivière, and then dropping back a fraction is Nat Berton. Loeb is not dropping back even 1 iota, trying to get his nose inside Aurelian Panis. All the high intensity of rallycross, and there is Nat Berton's car, so that's abandoned by the side of the track. All the high intensity of rallycross, of qualifying and racing in touring cars. Loeb tried to use all of that to unsettle the young Frenchman in front. Somebody's debris there in the track. Oh, and Loeb clumps the snowbank now. Has that caused some damage to the left rear? Wouldn't be the first time. Just drifts a little wide. JB Duborg, fastest race lap. Well, that's 1 extra point. He needs 20 of those to guarantee that he could take the title from Aurelian Panis. Yellow flags out to protect the car of Nat Berton. And he's not the only one slowing down. Mathieu Vazivière, it would seem, is slowing right down as well. But all eyes on Sébastien Loeb, flying out of the final corner. Attacking Aurelian Panis with everything he's got. Benjamin Rivière in 3rd, trying to hang on to them. And they're going to go by Berton's car and Vazivière's on this lap. And JB Duborg, the extra point for fastest lap, not going to help him. Aurelian Panis looks as though he's got this under control. I'm not sure it's always as under control as it looks. And we've got Sebastian Loeb behind him. Oh! And Loeb making the mistake. I was going to say, when you've got Sebastian Loeb behind, it might just be more pressure than another driver. But Loeb is the one who cracks. Just got in a little too hot, and again they're trying to catch the Audi driver. And Aurelian Panis is looking absolutely serene here. Has not faltered one iota. Loeb still trying to catch. Last couple of corners of the lap, of the race, of the season. He's not going to get to him, is he? Aurelian Panis flicks it through. And again, Loeb, all the power, late across the line. Panis the winner. Loeb in second. And Aurelian Panis shows that, yes, you can go very sideways. Sebastian Loeb immediately into the donuts. Now Benjamin Riviere in third. And there is JB Duborg pushing too hard and crashed the Renault Zoe on the final lap of the season. Well, the championship had already escaped, and that is how his day ends. And that is how Aurelian Panis' ends. He wins the super final, he wins the championship. What a great day for the young Frenchman. Well, confirmation that he is also the day's winner here in Super Besse, ahead of Sebastian Loeb and Benjamin Riviere. Not the day that Jean-Baptiste Duborg needed. He's won the last 4 titles in a row, and he had 2 wins this season as well, but he ends up 23 points behind the first champion of the E-Trophy Andros, Aurelian Panis. Yann Lachey in third, and Olivier Panis sealing 4th spot ahead of Nico Prost. So there is the outgoing champion saluting the crowd. Still very much a crowd favourite here and in World Rallycross. And undoubtedly he will return to try and take a 5th title. Sebastian Loeb, always a favourite wherever he goes, whatever discipline he is in. And a great day's racing for him. There's Benjamin Riviere coming in ahead of Loeb. And Aurelian Panis throwing in the donuts, as befits a champion. A little bit of celebration at the end there, as he also picked up Mathieu Vazivière. Hugs for Aurelian from the Santalok Racing team, and rightly so. The first ever champion in the Andros E-Trophy, being congratulated by the series boss, Max Mamère. Well done indeed, Aurelian. So here is our season's podium. In third, Yann Lachey. In second, Jean-Baptiste Duborg. But the champion, the winner of the E-Trophy, is Aurelian Panis. The end of a great winter campaign for him. He was a likely contender right from the very beginning. Well, that's it for the 2019-2020 season. We'll see you next winter for much more action.